And here we go again. This is my second video for Pokemon Online, and I'm using a special Rotom team. Team of using all the Rotom forms. So let's get this started. I start off with a regular Rotom as my lead. He starts with his Drapion. I use Trick to trick him into his taunt, and he sends out Miltank, probably to try use a Heal Bell or whatever. I go to Volt Switch, see what he's gonna do, and he goes straight for the Thunder Wave. I forgot he had Thunder Wave, so I went into Bibarel because Bibarel is already slow. I go for a Super Fang. The reason why I have Bibarel is because Rotom team is pretty much all special attackers, and I need a Pokemon that attacks physically, mostly for Blissey because he has Super Fang or whatever. So anyway, he goes for Air Slash, goes for a Flinch Hacks, and it works, of course, so I can't get the rest off. So I knew Bibarel was pretty much useless to me, so I was just going for a rest, thinking I'd be able to take it out or whatever, but I don't. So I sent in Rotom the S, and he sends in his Bisharp. I go for a Volt Switch, do a pretty good chunk. I go back into Rotom, pretty much predicting a Sucker Punch, so I go straight for the Trick, because I have Black Sludge, so I give him the Black Sludge, he takes some damage each turn. And the next turn I go for a Will-O-Wisp to burn him. I was pretty sure that if I switched out, I probably wouldn't have been taken out, but like an idiot, I decided to stay in, thinking that I'd be able to survive a Sucker Punch, but Rotom has no defense, but he faints too, so that's good. So I send back this guy. I go straight for the Volt Switch, do as much damage as I can to that Suicune, but of course Suicune is a beast. He survives, and he sets up a Calm Mind. But he sees my Rotom-C coming out, and I guess he doesn't want to sacrifice it just yet, and he goes into his Verizon. So I go for another Volt Switch. He resists it, and I go into my Rotom-H. I was trying to see what I could do, but he predicts something, and I go for the Overheat, predicting that. I'm pretty sure that Miltank probably has thick fat, so I'm pretty sure I would have done a little bit more damage than that. But I know the Thunder Wave's coming, so I send out another slow Pokemon, my Rotom-F. This is my specially defensive wall. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp on his Drapion, which is really good, because his Drapion still has only Scarf, I think. Yeah, it still only has Scarf. So I go straight for the Thunder, misses, and he sends it back out to Miltank. And I go for a Blizzard, because thick fat again doesn't do that much damage. And he goes for a Melt Drink, and I take this opportunity to use Toxic on it to hopefully try and break this thing. So he uses Heal Bell on himself, and I'm like, crap. I go for another Thunder, do about 44%. Not bad. And then he sends out, go to his Verizon. I probably could have predicted that and go into Blizzard, but I really wasn't expecting him to switch. So I go out, thinking he's going to use a Focus Blast, and he does, and this guy resists it. So he sends it back out in the Suicune, and I go for the Air Slash? No, I go for the Trick, and I give him my Choice Specs. Now that I think about it, even if he did get a Choice Specs, that probably wouldn't be a good idea, because that's especially attacking Verizon. That probably would have put me at a worse position. Anyway, he loses his Suicune, which is good. I go into my Rotom-H, he goes to his Miltank, and I switch. I do for another Trick to give him a Choice Band, as he uses Milk Drink, and he goes into a Togekiss, but I do predict that, and I go for a Volt Switch. But this Rotom-H isn't so specially attacking, so I go for it. It doesn't really do that much damage. So I go back in Rotom-S. He goes into Miltank, and I go for an Air Slash this time, thinking I could, flinch this thing or whatever. And I do not. And probably me being paralyzed and not taking that thing out when I could have, or put in Rotom-F to take the Thunder Wave, probably cost me the game. Yes, I did lose this game, by the way. One on his Verizon. Well, I'm not going to let you know that just yet, because it's just around the corner. Anyway, I use Overheat, take out his Miltank. I probably shouldn't have done that, but he uses Crunch, I switch out using Volt Switch, and I go into my Rotom-C. So I know he's choice scarfed, so I just go for the hidden power fire, thinking I could do some type of damage to him. Now that I really look about this, I really shouldn't have used Lethal Storm, because he definitely takes advantage of that. And he, excuse me guys, I have a bit of a cold, so my nose is a little runny. Anyway, he goes into his rise and sets up a Calm Mind, and I go into Rotom-S, hoping that I'd be able to take this guy out with a Air Slash, but he gets a critical hit. Not sure if that mattered, pretty sure it did matter. And I go into this guy, I'm thinking, okay, he might miss with a nope. Fail. Alright, and I'm like, okay, this is not over yet. Okay, maybe he won't hit me with the critical hit. I'm like, okay, maybe I can hit this guy with a hidden power fire. Nope. Oh well. And that's game. It was a pretty close game though. Probably if I sent in a Rotom-F to take the Thunder Wave and not allow my Rotom-S to be paralyzed, I probably could have taken it out with a Air Slash, but live and learn. Anyway, yeah, that was a really good game, and I hope that you guys stick around for my next video. Alright, peace.